Good afternoon. I'm Doc Mike Wittort from Chicago. We're doing reflexology training here in Bonham, Texas. This is the second installment of a second chapter. And today we're going to be discussing the lymphatics in the hip area, the reflexology for the mid-back, that's the lumbar area, the reflexes for the neck, which includes the teeth and the neck area, the reflex for the nose, the reflexes for the chest, and the reflexes for the legs, knees, hips, and lower back. We'll start with the lymphatics for the hip area. These are very, very important areas because they protect the reproductive system in the body. There's a band of reflexes right below the ankle bones. They run on an angle like this, and this is the way they are treated. This little bug walk, okay, right across there on both feet. Okay. The next area is the hip and mid-back. That's the lumbar area, L1 through L5, and the sacrum area, and that is defined right here. So we do this little reflexology walk through that zone. It's very gentle and stimulating for the lower back and relieving lower back pain. The next area is the neck, and that is along the big toe. And it involves the reflexes for the teeth and the neck and the ears. We just gently press on that. Okay. For issues with the nose, stuffy nose, runny nose, things like that, this point right here is stimulated with reflexology. Okay. This zone here is for the chest, the liver, and the lungs. The heart are all protected by the rib cage, and this zone here is treated this way. Just walk across there. We can go into the toes a little bit too, but especially between each knuckle of the toes, there's a little well here between each toe. And then on the top of each toe also. The last zone for this chapter is in this area right here, on a line from the ankle bone down to the what they call the fifth metatarsal. That's this little bone right here. Okay, so just behind that, in this area here, we have reflexes for the legs, for the knees, for the hips, and for the lower back. And we walk through that area with this little bug walk. Okay, so we'll go over the zones again. We started with the lymphatics in the hip area. Then we went to the mid-back, which is this area here. Then to the neck, which is along the big toe. Then to the nose, which is this part, the big toe right here, right along the edge of the nail. To the chest reflexes, which are in this zone here, between each toe. And on top of the toes. And then the reflex in this area right here, off of this little bone, and in line, these bones line up here, the fifth metatarsal. There's a small bone here, and then the ankle bone. Right off of that middle one is the legs reflex, the knee reflex, the hip reflex, and the lower back reflex. Okay. We also then will brush out the legs and the toes and the heels and a little reflex on the bottom of the foot, the spine, and that concludes chapter number 2. Thank you very much. See you for chapter 3.